Hello, my name is Adam Celaya. This is my presentation for the critical assignment on psychological aspects of performance injury. The target population for this assignment is high school male basketball players. This group's age ranges between 14 and 18 years old. This particular group of people is often vulnerable to stress, emotional issues, and social pressure during the rehabilitation phase. That's largely due to their status as student athletes who have a ton coming at them at that time in their lives, academically, athletic, socially. This diverse and complex issues may call for a personalized approach to achieve both psychological and physical well-being. According to Truong et al. In 2020 and Moritz et al. In 2024, such factors have been shown to influence rehabilitation compliance and reduce the risk of re-injury. And research points to the need to address these elements comprehensively. I chose this group because, one, I thought it was really interesting to work with this group with their unique circumstances, but it's also close to me because I'm a high school basketball coach, and I believe learning about this group is only going to help me in my career. The first two theories that I'm going to go over are the theory of reasoned action, which is TRA for short, and the theory of planned behavior, which is TPB for short. TRA suggests that intention drives behavior, which is influenced by perceived attitudes and norms. This theory is appropriate in high school athletes since their perceptions and attitudes towards their rehabilitation and influence from teammates, coaches, and families will determine the extent of adherence. Through changing those attitudes and ensuring adequate social support, the athletes will be in a position to adhere to the recommended recovery protocols. The TPB is an extension of TRA, where the idea of perceived behavioral control is incorporated. This is important to athletes because it can build their confidence and motivation as it deals with the perceived control of the rehabilitation process. Informing athletes regarding their part in the rehabilitation process can result in higher perceived levels of control among them, which can in turn enhance the rehabilitation efficacy. All this information was according to a study in MAT 2023. The self-determination theory, or SDT for short, is a theory that focuses on intrinsic motivation, and it's based on three psychological needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. These principles help athletes to embrace a purposeful commitment to recovery by establishing emotional bonds and self-motivational factors. An example of this would be engaging athletes in goal planning, which helps them to have a sense of self-efficacy in the rehabilitation process, according to Kaiser 2023. And the last theory is cognitive behavioral theory. This theory focuses on altering the ways of thinking that interfere with the healing process. Some of the common psychological responses include fear or anxiety about re-injury, which CBT can help manage through techniques such as cognitive reorganization. It assists athletes to change their perception, which enhances their psychological well-being and compliance with recovery measures, also according to Kaiser 2023. Compliance with rehabilitation is strongly associated with psychological readiness to continue the rehabilitation process, which has a positive effect on recovery outcomes, according to Truong et al. 2020. To improve motivation and compliance, strategies include SMART goals, rewards, and proper education about the injury. An example: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals, or SMART goals, assist the athlete in staying on track and measuring their advancements. When the patient receives a reward, they are motivated to stick to the rehabilitation plans and processes. According to Moritz et al. 2024 and Goddard et al. 2020, it's critical to explain the compliance concept, which is a significant component of injury education, to enhance athletes' compliance and prevent future injuries, contributing to their overall well-being. Compliance and lack of emotional distress during recovery are key areas where social support is crucial in helping the patient. Family, teammates, coaches should all be involved in offering support, and this could be done through a variety of ways, including team building activities, as well as encouraging the athlete to come out and discuss any issues that he or she may be facing. Such interactions can make the athletes feel valued and encouraged to continue following their rehabilitation program. That's according to Cedar-Strom et al. Another important component of rehabilitation is resilience. Mindfulness, visualization, and CBT are among the approaches that can assist athletes in addressing emotional issues and keeping the focus on recovery. For example, mindfulness decreases stress, and visualization increases confidence by preparing the brain for success. Promoting good communication is equally important in the management of sports injuries because it helps managing expectations and motivation during the rehabilitation process. Coaches and trainers must also ensure that they provide accurate and specific instructions about the rehabilitation process in order to avoid confusion and non-adherence to the set protocol by the athletes. That's according to Truong et al. 2020. This results in enhanced adherence since athletes are able to actively participate in their healing process without confusion. Active listening is equally important, offering encouragement and support as well as reinforcing the trust that's established between the athletes and their caretakers. If athletes have a sense of voice, they'll be able to report issues freely, and this will help providers to address these issues as well. Daily, weekly feedback discussions complement the recovery process by providing updates on progress, reinforcing athletes' dedication, and addressing any emerging concerns. That's according to Brewer 2016. It's also crucial to identify the factors that may impair psychological rehabilitation. This includes low motivation, low self-esteem, social isolation, and misunderstanding. For instance, athletes who lack the support of their social networks or are ambiguous regarding what's expected of them in terms of recovery will find it challenging to follow the rehabilitation plan as required, which will result in slow recovery times and increased potential for re-injury. That's according to Todd et al. 2023. These psychological issues can undermine an athlete's confidence in his or her body, and it amplifies their feelings of futility and disillusionment. That's why it's extremely important to find strategies to mitigate these barriers, which would be educating the athletes and their support networks and providing access to counseling services. This knowledge would assist the athlete in enhancing their compliance as well as their post-recovery measures. Also, making professional psychological assistance available will assist in reducing the emotional and psychological obstacles which are crucial for athletes to overcome. This is because it's crucial for athletes to feel supported and confident in their rehabilitation process so that they can have the best recovery possible. That's also according to Todd et al. In 2023. For my mission statement, I chose the verse Philippians 4:13, which is a pretty common verse. It's, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." The message of this verse is to encourage athletes to never give up and to continue striving forward, which ties in with the mission of encouraging athletes throughout their rehabilitation process. By promoting a faith-driven outlook, it helps athletes approach a challenge with resolve and enthusiastically engage in their rehabilitation. I think including this verse in the mission statement emphasizes the comprehensive approach to the process of rehabilitation. It combines faith with the building of the mind and the body and to promote healing. This view underscores the need to integrate faith and reason in managing and supporting a more inclusive, holistic healing process. I think a couple of the main takeaways that I'll take from this course is that one, that there's a lot more to rehabilitation than just rest and ice, like a lot of people think. A lot of it is mental, and a lot of it needs to be dealt with in order to get the best results for your physical recovery. I think another key aspect that I'll also take away is that you have to develop a program specific to the athlete that you're working with. The program that you have for athlete A and athlete B and athlete C, it may be the same, but it's likely that it's going to be different due to their circumstances, to their home life, to their resources, to their injury type, to their sport. There's so many factors that play into it, and I think those are two of the main ideas that I'll take away from this course. And this is my reference page.